A strange thing happened in the town. A woman was floating in the farm. It's like the earth has no gravity. When the police arrive at the scene, I was shocked by what I saw. He put out his hand to test it. Found that the woman had no contact with the ground. What on earth made her float? Suddenly Amy found that the wind was strong. It means that there is a mysterious force that attracts her. The police slowly untied the woman's sleeve. When he releases his hand, the woman actually drifted towards the opposite side slowly. Several people quickly followed. More terrible things happened. Somewhere in the town, there are several corpses floating. It seems that there is some mysterious power here. The police brought back all the bodies. Suddenly a woman opened her eyes. It turns out that these corpses are conscious, but they didn't have a heartbeat. The police returned to the farm in the town. A series of checks were carried out here with instruments. They found a pile of mysterious fragments in the forest. They suspect that these things are pieces of meteorite. At night, two mysterious people suddenly appear here. The police quickly pointed their guns at them. A critical juncture. The two men picked up the pieces on the ground and put it in his mouth, and then he crossed to another place, successfully escaped the police. But one of them had an accident while crossing. I was trapped in a pillar. I can't help but shoot him. The next day something more amazing happened. This phenomenon is really hard to explain. Strange things happened again in the town. All the metal objects suddenly moved. It's like there's super gravity nearby. Even big trucks were sucked in. These metal objects are all sucked together, forming a huge circle, surrounded the whole town. The police came here with detection equipment, prepared to test this mysterious power. While testing with the detector, suddenly found a stranger behind the mirror. Kevin came to him, asked him where he is and what his name is. Unexpectedly, this person suddenly became very nervous. He doesn't even know who he is. It's like losing memory. They had to arrest the man temporarily. What's unexpected? In a short time, the police found this man around again. He smashed the window like crazy. The difference is, there was blood on the man's clothes. Didn't you catch him just now? How could he escape? While the two policemen are not paying attention, men run away. The two men hurried to catch up. They ended up in an abandoned warehouse. Got the man, but on the other side, a policeman also caught a man who looked exactly like him. Just a few minutes, they actually caught three identical people. After many investigations, we found that it was those mysterious fragments in the forest that cloned him. For further investigation, the police came to the man's house. I found a big hole in the floor. Two people went into the basement to have a look. There really is the same debris as in the woods. Suddenly, footsteps came from upstairs. Kevin hurriedly goes upstairs to check. What's unexpected? There is a person who is exactly like himself here. After a shot, Kevin solved the problem quickly. Fortunately, his reaction is more sensitive. The other side, the police are in a pile of metal objects. I found the man again. This talent is the essence of man. The three captured before were all cloned. Just then, metal objects suddenly hit. In a short time, the magnetic field in the town disappeared in an instant. They thought this weird thing was over, but the unexpected thing is, a more terrible thing is waiting for them. A magical thing happened in the town. A translucent barrier appears in the grass. The woman walked slowly out of curiosity. Then he picked up a stone on the ground, throw it at the barrier. Unexpectedly, the stone went through the barrier. Just when he felt puzzled, a man suddenly appeared in the barrier. The woman was scared. Then the police arrived at the scene. But now the barrier has disappeared. They stayed from day to night. Finally, the barrier appeared again. Kevin walked behind the barrier. The barrier is like a curtain. Amy passed the instrument. You can talk to people inside the barrier. After some conversation, I learned that people in the barrier don't know why will be trapped inside. They told Amy their name and address. At that moment, the barrier suddenly disappeared. After some investigation, people in the barrier, the girl who disappeared 6 months ago. The next day, they brought the girl's father to the scene. Father couldn't believe it. Your missing daughter will be trapped in a barrier. Until he heard his daughter's recording. I can't help crying. As expected, the barrier appeared again. The girl told Amy in the barrier, said he could see his father across the street. Father couldn't control his emotions and wanted to rush. Was stopped. The girl told her father, I was in a parking lot. Suddenly, I don't know why. She's the only one left in the parking lot. In a short time, I'm trapped in a barrier. The most unimaginable thing is, the girl said, I've been trapped for hours. It's unbelievable. Because the girl has been missing for half a year. How can she say it's just a few hours? Suddenly the barrier flickered a few times, disappeared again. After investigation, it was found that the barrier has a lot to do with the debris. Then they brought in a piece of debris. The barrier appeared again. This time they can see clearly physical features of people inside the barrier, but the people inside still can't get out. They tried to remove the debris. Contact with barrier. Sure enough, the girl can put her hand out. Amy pulled the girl out. After a few flashes between the barriers, all the people in the barrier were saved. The town instantly regained its former calm.